Maintaining and replacing Edmonton's current infrastructure, like other cities, is a multifaceted challenge for City Council. Civil engineers like Brad Smead and Brad Lehman are among those who analyze infrastructure challenges.
We're talking about buildings, fire stations, police stations, libraries, roads, sidewalks, street lighting, all of that civic infrastructure that people need to get around the city and to make the city a livable place.
It's just in the last 3 or 4 years that municipalities in Canada have really started to have a really good understanding of where their infrastructure is.
From sewage systems to schools to roadways, aging creates billion-dollar problems. Edmonton alone possesses over $33 billion in infrastructure assets.
A lot of our infrastructure was put in 40, 50, 60 years ago, and that stuff only has a certain life that it was expected to last for. So we have to keep up with that. We have to replace it when it needs to be replaced. Or maybe you can invest in rehabilitation and maintenance programs that will prolong the life of that equipment. But you really have to do that assessment to know when's the right time to reconstruct versus just maintain. It's a huge issue for cities throughout Canada and throughout the world, which is why we try to bring in as many different perspectives as we can to try and learn from each other. It's a big issue because a lot of our infrastructure is aging, and cities are finding it harder and harder to both manage the expansion of our cities as well as the maintenance of the existing infrastructure.
At a recent conference, Canada's civil engineers recognized Edmonton with an award for governmental leadership in sustainable infrastructures, innovative and cost-effective approaches to rehabilitation and construction.
The reviews we're getting is generally positive. I think maybe one reason why it is innovative in Canada is that you really need to have a good fundamental understanding of the infrastructure you have, the quantity of it, as well as the condition of it, and a good sense of where you want, not only knowing what you want, but where you want it to be at.
All cities face similar, though unique infrastructure challenges as civil engineers worldwide begin working together. In Canada, it's the start of a national strategy.
This is something that, as civil engineers, we've been advocating for a need for a national infrastructure approach. And I think CSCE is involved with other stakeholders like the Federation of Canadian Municipalities and trying to work with the federal government on developing that national strategy.
As for Edmonton,
this is $1 billion problem in every city. So if you expand that across the country, it's a major issue.
Tim Dancy, Shaw TV, Capital Region.